everybody. How's it going? Welcome to HODL the Line. Guys, how's it going with you two?
Oh, it's going all right. Having some technical difficulties that are frustrating me a little bit, but I'm sure we'll get them all figured out.
Man, that's how you started your day, wasn't it? With technical difficulties, you and JR this morning?
Oh, yeah, and they haven't gotten any better.
I'm sorry to hear that. I'm not laughing at you, brother. I'm laughing because I completely get it. I completely understand. Well, hopefully you're able to get them fixed as we're kicking things off here. Badel, how about you, man? How's it going?
Just typical Monday. Same stuff, different day. Hopefully the dryer tech will actually show up tomorrow.
You're still waiting on that?
He was sick on Friday when he was supposed to come, so now he's supposed to be here tomorrow. The parts have been here since last Monday, and it's like, you know, if we didn't have 10 and a half months of the warranty left, I would just done it myself.
Yep.
Well, you can't do it yourself and with the warranty? Like the part has the warranty, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, usually if you don't have their tech do it, it voids the warranty. Usually.
Yeah, I mean, if he doesn't show up tomorrow, we're going to call him and be like, look, we need some kind of comp for 2 weeks without a dryer. So it's only a month and a half old. Or can I just fix it myself with the parts that are here?
You know what? There you go. There you go. That's not a bad idea. I'd ask. Why not? What do you got to lose?
But closed mouths don't get fed.
That's it.
Right.
I mean, you know, what do you got to lose? Not a thing, man. Not a thing.
Everything.
Everything. You can lose everything. Oh my goodness. Oh, well, we got some people kind of jumping on in. We'll go say hi to the chat. How's that sound, guys? And then we can jump into the first thing.
I mean, I'm only seeing one person in chat besides us. So.
Oh my goodness, yeah, but you blowing up that chat right there.
Oh,
okay, there it is.
Jay
Violet in the house. I saw all these messages, but it's all Jay Violet. I appreciate you. Look at her. She'll one person army in the chat right there. Well, and she did so many in a row. Nightbot decided, hey, maybe I should chime in. Yeah, there you go. I love it. I love it. Well, we got some people lurking in the background. Welcome. Don't forget to smash up that like button, share this thing out. And yeah, we're here every Monday night at 7 p.m. Eastern time. Yeah, I know. You're just kicking butt there, Jay Violet. Kicking butt.
Yep. Every Monday we have all the fun, and sometimes we go on some rants. So I'm sure we're gonna get a rant from Badel tonight.
Oh, that's true. There's a good possibility of that.
Instead of a BC rant, you're going to get a Badel rant, because we all know that Badel is the biggest fan of AI in the world.
Yep. Well, BC, you know what? I think we should start off with the Bitcoin news and then save that all for the end to get Badel all ramped up over there. We'll do like, remember that little Evel Knievel thing back when we were kids, you know, and then he takes off. Oh, maybe that was just me. I'm old, so I don't know.
I was about to say, no, I'm not. Never heard of it.
Oh my God! All right, there it is.
Sorry.
Go ahead, say it, BC. Go ahead.
Old man interwebs over here.
Yeah, exactly.
Showing his age.
BC. No? Can I show you guys? Yeah, exactly. Can I show you guys something? I was gonna wait until Crypto on the Rocks, but let's see if you can see it in here. Okay, so my daughter started with, remember, well, this Friday on Crypto on the Rocks, we were talking about all the laser printing and stuff, and I said, hey, my daughter and our son, my son-in-law, got a Cricut. Well, they made me this. Can you see that? I don't know. Let me put my hand in there. Can you see this logo?
Hold it up against your jacket.
The black.
Yeah.
I don't know. This camera thing is a pain in the ass here.
It's the light.
Yeah, it's wiping it out, but you can kind of see it. Now, wait, but what you can't really see, you can kind of see this writing on the back here. The writing on the back says, well, I don't know. I got to get my glasses. The writing on the back says, I'm just some old guy on the interwebs. So there you go. I'm going to clean that up, and I'm going to have a beer in that, this Crypto on the Rocks. So anyway, I just thought that was funny. Yeah, exactly. Carol Schneider, right? Schroeder. Sorry, Carol Schroeder. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. I just shared it. Thank you, Jay Violet. Appreciate that. Yeah, this particular stream, people kind of come in later usually anyway, but
yeah, I think there's someone else that streams at like 6 p.m. Eastern.
Yeah,
but then he always runs a little long. So
it's all right.
I'm sure we will get them in here a little bit later. But I don't know what is up with the ads on this one. Let me get this all shared. It's being
look, Jay Violet's throwing us under the bus. Nope, no Frankie tonight, so there's no excuse. Oh, okay, so we're just not popular. Wow, thanks, Jay Violet. Ouch. Let me pull that knife out.
It's all of them. It's all their fault. No. So ignore the ads in the background. I don't know why. It is. Okay. You know what sells? Sex sells. That's what they always do.
Amen.
So
no apology, Jay Violet.
We saw this past week a Bitcoin miner from the network's earliest days has moved 2,000 Bitcoin, marking the first significant activity from this ancient cohort since November of 2024. A Satoshi-era miner just moved 2,000 Bitcoin, according to a recent data provided by Julio Moreno, the head of research at cryptocurrency analytics firm CryptoQuant. As noted by Moreno, this is the first significant activity from this cohort of ancient holders since November of 2024. Historically, Satoshi-era miners move their Bitcoin at key inflection points, Monero said. And this was moved to a Coinbase wallet.
Yes.
So it wasn't just moved from one wallet to another hard wallet. This was moved from their actual wallet to a Coinbase wallet. Yep, looking at a potential sell here, which it's really looking like they might be trying to sell at just the right time. This cycle kind of has played itself out. I know there's a little bit of hopium that people are talking about. We might hit a few higher levels going up.
Right.
But it's really looking like that could be the last ditch effort. And I think he's positioning himself for that last little pump before we really dump.
I've read a couple of articles about this. Matter of fact, again, links to everything that we talk about tonight are in the description of the stream. But I love how they all say, I mean, I like the idea of Satoshi-era. It gives you like a time frame, right? But like in that article you just read, that's like this ancient wallet. It's like ancient, man. It was like 2010, 2011. Come on now, ancient. Good Lord. Well, if that's ancient, what am I?
They're talking like really, really early. So
I know.
So I think like 2010, 2009 period, where it's like you've held for a long time. You've ridden out pumps, you've ridden out dumps, you've ridden out pumps, you've ridden out dumps, and then you did it all over again. And it's like, how long are you going to hold it before you're just like, okay, you know what? I've made enough money. If you bought it at sub $1, it's like any time is really a good time to sell.
Yeah, seriously though. Seriously. Oh man. I don't disagree. Yeah, I look at it. You got to remember again, like you had up on the screen a minute ago, I'm looking at it from an older perspective. So I hear ancient and I laugh. It's kind of like, yeah, okay. Hey, Kevin is in the house and JR back to back. Thanks for jumping in, guys. Appreciate you. What do you guys think? I'm sorry, what was that, BC?
I said we appreciate you tuning on in today. You are the ones that always show up a little bit late, so you owe us some push-ups. I love it.
I love it. I mean, unless of course you're doing it when Piper comes in, then you're in the back of the class. You can just
yeah.
That's what I say every time I'm late. I'm like, okay, I'll go to the back of the class. Anyway.
Oh, well,
What
look
do
at, he switched up his time too. So it's like, am I
Yes.
early? Am I late? I don't know what's going on.
Since he did that, I've been all messed up. I'm like logging in close to 10 and I'm like, damn it. And then comes out like 10:15 and I forget all about it by that point because I'm off to doing something else. And then it's like, damn it. I just keep missing it up.
I thought he still went live at 10 Eastern.
Nope,
10:15.
10:15. Because Alex Crypto is going a little late.
Okay, it's only 15 minutes. I was like, because I still get notifications around 9:15 that he's going live.
Yeah, because that's when he posts it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And he still ends right around 11. A lot of times he'll forward to my premiere or he'll forward to Crypto Princess. Who did he go to the other day? He went to somebody. Crypto Blood, I think, maybe. Is that who it was?
Okay. Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah. And you know, so there's a handful of people still going live at that time. So anyway, what do you guys think? Is this guy selling or what?
Oh, definitely. And it's like if they moved in November of 2024, it's like you were like really catching some times for peak selling. Because that's the last time they moved it. And it's like I'm assuming that they probably sold to that about 6 months later.
Yep.
Of course, you don't really hear when Coinbase wallet sells because it's a little bit harder to track, especially if that's done OTC, which most likely it will be.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. If I'm selling 2,000 Bitcoin, you better bet I'm not playing the slippage game.
Yeah. Right. Facts. Man. What about you, Badel? What do you think, man? He's selling or what?
Probably selling some, you know, and then
think he might hold out for a little more up.
Yeah, but that could be another couple more years, you know, next cycle, next halving.
I doubt he holds that long.
Yeah, me too, unfortunately. But we'll see. What you know what? That's a good question. What do you guys think the price action going to be in the shorter term for Bitcoin? What do you think?
Like
Piper was saying what possibility for 35K this morning, you know, Bear Piper. Oh, anyway, what do you guys think?
Well, I've come up with some pretty close targets to that. Whereas I was talking about maybe getting around that like 38 range to 42. That's kind of what I was looking for a bottom on the cycle.
What about you, Badel? Have you tracked it that closely to come up with anything like that?
No, I literally was just pulling up the price because I was like, I know it's still above 90, and
for now,
that's
looking at charts, nothing like that. Like,
I mean, a lot of people think so. You know,
it'll probably go below 75, but I don't know. I'd probably say like 70, 75-ish.
Yep. Yeah,
well,
honestly,
I mean, that's not that far down. That's what, 15%, maybe 20% drop.
What from here to where?
It's like 70, 75.
Oh, so you're talking like around the old highs range.
Yeah.
Whereas like we topped out at 69 last cycle, so kind of close to that area. I mean that'd be a nice retracement. Finding some really nice support. There is a really nice support area at about that 75 range, but I don't know. We normally see historically pretty decent pullbacks. But again, we've seen the market mature and things like that. You've got a lot more people coming on in, but it's the same thing I've argued before with some other people where it's like we have seen a change in the market, but we haven't really seen a change in how price action moves too much. Where it's like in the uptrend, yes, our dumps were a little bit less, but your flow of capital is still doing the same patterns. It's not like TradFi came in here and they were like, let's shake this whole thing up. And now you're not going to get the same inflows at the same time to get the kind of same movements towards the upside and all that. It's the same pattern. You just widen the floodgates of capital coming on in.
Welcome back to the Randy Hipper Show. I am your host.
Okay. Randy Hipper is invading our show, man. Not that I mind. I'd love to have Randy Hipper on the show, but
no, you little traitor. He's over here on our show watching Randy Hipper.
That's all right. All right, that's it. That's it. Wait, boom. There you go. No. I'm kidding.
It's something that I was thinking about, in the last minute, and I was like, oh wait, yeah, she posted this video, and I clicked on it, and like I muted myself because I was like, all right, it's gonna play, and then like waited like 15-20 seconds, copied the link, came over here, put it in chat, and then I click unmute, and then boom, it just starts playing. I'm like, of course,
It's all right, we understand. We're not Randy.
But I mean, like if you look at like all the halvings and look at the chart, like everybody said, like, this halving is different. This cycle is different. This, that everything's different every time. And it's like, it is, but I feel like we have a lot more adoption on this cycle than we ever have before. Mm-hmm. So it may not suppress the price all that much.
Well, I mean, we've gotten adoption, but it's like, it's nowhere different than the normal kind of adoption we get as each cycle progresses. Like we normally see some growth each cycle, and it's not like we're seeing really insane new money. It's like a lot of the people that were in last time, they're coming in. They're just doing it through like ETFs and things like that. You've even got people that were in crypto already selling it off to go hold with an ETF because it's safer than being like, well, what's the latest exchange that I can kind of use that may or may not screw me over? And every single time we go to bear markets, we see the same shit over and over again. Where it's like, here's the big exchange that was here for this cycle. Everyone talked about it. And guess what? It goes belly up. And it's like, why would I put myself through that when I could just sell now, move my money over to the TradFi system, have them hold Bitcoin, and be safe? And I've heard that quite a bit from people that have been in crypto for a long time.
I don't know. I'd still rather do it myself, but that's just me, I guess.
Well, it's like there are certain advantages. Like you could hold that in a tax advantageous account, where it's like instead of just holding Bitcoin and then selling it and then buying it back, you could just hold that Bitcoin in like your 401k, or you could hold that in your Roth IRA, and it'd be tax advantageous to do so. Sell it within that, and then buy it back later.
Yeah. If you do it within those IRA instruments, it's not a taxable event, I don't believe, because everything's staying within the IRA.
Yep. Yeah. So you can readjust your IRA all you want, and these are non-taxable events. Whereas if I was to sell my Bitcoin and then buy it back, those are two taxable events. That's like where it's like you're starting another taxable event here, where it's like, why not just do it there? And I've heard a lot of people that have done that.
Yep. No, facts. Oh man. All right. Well, we're gonna see how many more people are doing some selling here with the Bitcoin. I guess that was definitely a big move. So
Oh yeah. Especially someone that's where it's not like, well, here's BlackRock selling off a lot of Bitcoin, whereas they've sold off quite a bit too.
Yep. Yeah, but I don't know. The inflows, outflows there are just a different animal compared to like a Satoshi-era wallet or hell, even one of, our wallets or something like that. You know what I'm saying? We just, I don't know, different focuses, I guess, and different requirements for that matter. different requirements. But I don't know, BC. I think we've kind of covered that. What do you think? Shall we move on and kind of talk a little bit of AI, because we love it, some AI. Unless you got something else.
Since we brought that up, and the ETF outflows, where it's like we're seeing the outflows not only in your traditional in your traditional crypto space, but they're outflowing here too. Like, we gotta go all the way to the bottom, down here where it's current. Here's January 16th, and you've got outflows. Here's January 15th, outflows. January 14th, inflows. But most of last week was all outflows. So like they've been selling off too. And that's what I'm saying is like we're not seeing a change up in how the capital in the cycle moves. It's just more capital moving the same way that the crypto cycles have always moved.
Sure. I get you. I get what you're saying. Yeah. And that's 100% true. So there you go. 100% true. Anyway, all right. Yep. No, I'm with you. I'm feeling you. What?
Oh, why? Thank you, Nightbot.
I missed that one.
and then there's JR over here, all salty with the Nightbot. I will destroy you, Nightbot.
and JR, I saw you said cheers, brother, but I told you I'm saving it to Friday nights, which is why I got like sloshed Friday night. But anyway. Yeah, well, there you go. Badel's got my back. There we go.
Are you old enough to have that beer, sir?
That's funny.
All right, but we did have a whole nother segment to kind of go over. And, we really kind of beat up where the crypto cycle is. Did a lot of joking, but this one's a little more serious. We've talked a lot about AI here on this channel. And we've talked about a lot where AI is going. And this is a whole avenue that we really haven't discussed a whole lot. We've discussed white-collar jobs getting taken, and this is kind of in line with that. We saw the AI pass the bar. Well, one other thing that it's really done extremely well is passing tests when it comes to the healthcare system. And I've seen several articles, not just in line with like medications and things like that, but also in line with like diagnosing. Whereas they gave the AI like x-rays, and it was able to spot things that like x-ray techs that had worked for a while weren't able to spot, because we're human. We're not infallible. So we saw this article. It was sent over by CCM, because he had Badel in mind when he was thinking of this. And, and I thought it was quite interesting. And it's artificial intelligence begins prescribing medications in Utah. A pilot program will test how far patients and regulators are willing to trust AI in medicine. In a first for the US, Utah is letting artificial intelligence, not a doctor, renew certain medical prescriptions, no human involved. The state has launched a pilot program with the health tech startup Doctrinic that allows an AI system to handle routine prescription renewals for patients with chronic conditions. The initiative, which kicked off quietly last month, is a high-stakes test of whether AI can safely take on one of the healthcare's most sensitive tasks, and how far that could spread beyond one AI-friendly red state. It also serves as an early check on how far policymakers and patients are willing to trust AI over trained doctors in decision-making by inserting algorithms into one of the medicine's most fundamental relationships. Utah's initiative could represent the first step in upending how care is delivered in the U.S. That raises new questions about the safety of automating prescription refills, including how they should be regulated. So far, the Food and Drug Administration has not weighed in on Doctronic's program. if the agency determines it has authority to regulate this use of AI, it would complicate or slow its expansion. And it kind of goes into a little more, breaking some stuff down that's not overly like sensitive to the whole story, but I thought this one was interesting. In a statement, Dr. John White, CEO and executive vice president at American Medical Association, said, while AI has limitless opportunity to transform medicine for the better, without physician input, it also possesses serious risk to patients and physicians alike. So there also is some concerns where I've heard a lot of doctors who have used AI, they've asked it questions that they already know the answer to, and because AI isn't like necessarily the best researcher, where it'll view what the web says and it'll compile all that information and then regurgitate it. It doesn't know to discount bad information. It's not like a trained doctor where it's like, okay, this is a reputable site. This is this. I know that this this group of tests has really good data. It doesn't know how to do all of that yet. So there are some concerns for taking it further. Although for automating medicine, I think that's a really nice thing. Where, if say someone that's a little bit older and they've got the prescription, they take it every day, and they might kind of forget where it's like, okay, well, it's time for me to renew this script. It's just automatically done for them. And with a lot of services, it's just automatically sent to your house. So a lot of ease going up there without having to go see the doctor, getting this filled, paying the copay to see a doctor for no reason other than to just renew your script.
Renew your prescription, yeah, which a lot of them make you do. I deal with this all the time with because of my wife's medical conditions, where we're going back and forth constantly with regard to renewing prescriptions and that kind of thing. And it's just what you just said, BC. You got to literally go into the doctor to say, okay, let me look at you. Okay, let me write you a new prescription. And it's like, I can see that being a good use here. Again, still having a doc check in on it, because you don't want some AI just willy-nilly, in my opinion, going and just continuing these prescriptions ad infinitum. But I see it as a good way to take some of the pressure off of the healthcare system with regard to that, because that kind of thing just clogs the system with getting patients into the office. And it will also, I think, like you mentioned about white collar, taking care of white collar jobs. Think about how many docs offices hire like PAs to do this kind of thing, so they can free up the doc. Well, there goes PA jobs or moving them to other type of stuff. And then, like you mentioned about the x-rays, I remember a lot of that when that happened, and I see that as a good possibility too. Now, Badel, let's get your opinion on this, because we know how much you love AI. So what are you thinking?
I like the fact that they're starting off with just doing prescription refills, and just little simpler things like that would ease the system, like you said, CCM,
Yeah.
Because then you don't really have to leave the house. You don't got to do this. You don't got to pay this, pay that, wait all this time, go here, go there, just to what? Get the prescription that you've had prescribed for months or years that you're probably going to be taking, until you're 6 feet under.
Yeah, especially if you got like BC said, a chronic disease or something. Yeah, exactly.
Sometimes it's like, why do they even makes, have to go to a doctor every so many months just to get a refill for the same thing? It's not like it's gonna be going away anytime soon. Maybe if the patient had different symptoms or better symptoms, then maybe go to the doctor. But
well, so there are certain things that I kind of do see as a little bit of a problem in this. Well, because while there are positives, think about the fact where it's like, hey, a new medicine might have came out that might work for you a little bit better. maybe you're having side effects, and like while it's not like life threatening or anything, it's a little bit of an inconvenience. Without going to the doctor, you're not really going to know about these things. While it's nice to have your script filled and all that, the AI is not going to be like, hey, there's this new medication out here that would probably work better for you, and be able to just immediately prescribe that for you.
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. I think there'd have to be some seriously strict guidelines with regard to how it does the prescriptions and stuff like that. Because again, I'm looking at it from my field of knowledge and what I deal with literally on a monthly basis. And I'm thinking, man, that would actually probably be helpful for us.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? This thing, what do you let an AI do this, would probably be helpful for us. I mean, but like Badel said, then you have maybe a longer but yet periodic check-in with the doc. You know what I mean? To just, have that kind of thing. I'm not saying remove docs. no, not saying anything like that. But
eventually, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I see some potential in this. But not as like when during COVID we were doing the telehealth thing. I thought that was like the biggest scam. I mean, come on. Yeah, here, see this boil over here? No, come on. It's like, please. But to do that with an AI, yeah. It's like, come on. Can you imagine doing that with an AI? Just saying. Anyway,
I mean, it would be kind of nice though if they had, I want to say like an AI agent, but like a separate healthcare AI, kind of like Chat GPT or some of the other AIs, where like you could ask it health related questions and it would give you an answer, and then it would ask you questions about whatever could pertain to your healthcare issue that you asked it, and then that could all maybe be submitted to a doctor for a review or something like that, where it could get out of the first initial doctor visit that's always normally kind of crap anyways.
A pain in the butt. Yes. Yeah. But I think the next thing you got queued up, BC, isn't it pretty much similar to what Badel just said, or has inklings of what Badel just said there?
Mm-hmm. Which, I mean, like it is like quite a useful thing where breaking, OpenAI launched ChatGPT Health, a personal health hub where users can upload medical records, labs, visit summaries, longitudinal data in a dedicated environment. Users can also connect apps like Apple Health, Peloton, Function, etc. for further personalized insights. And honestly, I think it's kind of interesting where this is what we kind of were hinting at. I kind of hinted at some of these things because I knew what the next article was. But when you said it's not getting doctors out, and I'm saying eventually, yeah. Because if I can just send a picture to the AI, I can explain my condition to it without the worry that like maybe this human being that I'm discussing this super private thing with is going to judge me in some kind of way or another. If you can actually get the AI trained up extremely well, that it's able to weed out false research, it also wouldn't have biases. So there wouldn't be some bias towards this person or another. There's no biases in AI. It's not a human. So there are some definite perks to that situation. And we'll just kind of have to watch this unfold, because while there's benefits, there's definitely going to be some crazy drawbacks here.
Oh my God. When you were reading what you were just reading, BC, the first thing that popped into my head is great. So now whoever goes and jumps into this Chat GPT Health, all their health records, all their health information is now on Chat GPT servers because they keep it on their servers, right? All that information stays on their servers. Mm-hmm. So it's like, talk about giving up, like you're worried about HIPAA. Well, screw HIPAA. Here you go. You just gave it away. You know what I mean? It's like, that was literally the first thing I thought about. So there need to be some kind of a privacy AI, that kind of thing, in order to, in my opinion, to make that take that a step further with regard to maintaining HIPAA, if nothing else. But that's just one piece of the pie. I think you're right. Using it in the other way right now to take, like it said, like it originally said, you know, your visit results, so lab results, whatever, and then compile that, come up with something, and then when you visit your doctor again, go, hey, you know, I ran this through the you know, medical AI. What do you think? Your records are out there anyway. Well, yeah, I suppose that's true. They're in their siloed things, but that's the other thing too. You know, I mean, these medical BC, you and I talked about this on a previous stream, where like my one doctor doesn't talk to the other doctor because they're in different networks, and like, you know, they have siloed information that they don't share. If I don't bring it with me, Doc A doesn't get what he needs from Doc B. It's that simple. So this could be a potential solution for something like that even.
Well, so, and then with her saying your records are out there are a decent amount of records that are just out there because they sell medical debt. Because all of that happens, there is a lot of information that's just out there attached.
That's a good point. I didn't even consider that, but that's a good point. And I guess she kind of says it right here. Yeah, the lab that took it. You know, when you go for like a separate lab for blood work or whatever. Yep. The doctors. Well, yeah, obviously, I would hope the doctor's office has it, or we have problems.
I haven't heard yet of AI being hacked, and there's a lot of information with AI. And I know my girl works in like it's like healthcare field adjacent. It's more mental health care, and there was a lot of talk because there's been a massive growth in AI about whether AI was even ethical to use in the healthcare sector at all. And right now, it's all just up in the air. They don't have an ethical decision either way. They're like, hey, we know the tools here. We're not going to say it's unethical, but you should use your best judgment with doing so.
Yep, and be smart about what you put in there. Yeah, sure, of course. I mean, but that's I guess you could say that about anything, right? If you want to break it all down. My question to you guys, and I want Badel to answer it first. My question to you guys is, do you think because, okay, I get it, this is a pilot program, but it's going to expand, right? You know it's going to expand unless the FDA puts the kibosh on it. Do you see average Americans accepting this as part of their healthcare regimen? What do you think, Badel?
I think so, because, you know, ever since 2020, the C word came out, a lot of people have just gotten a lot lazier, you know, and a lot of, you know, because of that, a lot of jobs got moved to work at home jobs. And now a lot of people, they don't even go to the grocery store, you know, they work from home, they have everything delivered, and it's like, why even leave the house? So I feel like a lot of people will, you know, get into it, but like, especially like out by me, like in a rural town, there's only a handful of doctors out here, and none of them take new patients. None of them take people that don't have insurance. You know, and so it's for me that I don't have a primary doctor because he retired. I don't have insurance. So for me to find a doctor out here, yeah, good luck. I'm driving at least an hour and a half away.
Yep.
After I wait the waiting time, you know, I think it's 8 months to 10 months currently.
It's no better around here. And I live in a bigger city. I live in a bigger area than you.
Right.
So, I mean, that's a big part of why I do see that this is going to get rapid adoption. Or like in the current like socio kind of era that we live in, nobody wants to go see someone else. I don't want to deal with people. I don't want to leave my house. I don't want to get on the road. I don't want to deal with dumb drivers. I don't want to have to go sit in the doctor's office where some snotty-nosed kid is like rubbing their boogers on stuff. I don't want to look at the 10-year-old magazine that's got Megan Fox on it, and we're living in 2026. Like, all of these things are going to be a big push. On top of the fact that your healthcare system is already stressed. You don't have enough doctors. You don't have enough nurses. You don't have enough people to even handle prescriptions. Like, when we go pick up a prescription, there's always a line of 5 cars there, like always. So it's like all of these things are just going to open up the system a little bit further, make it more accessible, make it cheaper. And like, while there might be a little more room for errors, I think it comes with more benefits than it does negatives. And that's one thing we're going to have to really have some real doctors in there where it's like, hey, I got all of this done. But like, because you got all of this done already, the doctor's job is now 10 times easier. So he can just see you, read all the information already, have all the lab work done, all of this, and then just give you the treatment you need, let you know what to do next. Maybe you went through ChatGPT and it already was like, hey, we're going to recommend you a specialist, and we're going to reach out to the specialist for you, and we're going to set this all up for you, and we're going to let him know ahead of time what all of these records are, what all your information is, everything that we have in this conversation. That'd be a great burden off of them. They'd already know what to expect going into it. They see you, confirm that everything's okay with what you had said, and then boom, we just treat you.
Yep. No, I agree. I think that's I think you're spot on. There's going to need to be some serious guardrails, and that you're right. There's going to be some crashes along the way as it happens, I think. But I mean, but again, I guess it's like that with everything as new stuff comes out. You know,
it would definitely need a big brother to watch it. I feel, especially later on,
more government,
more. Well, no, I'm just saying, like, if or when it gets to the point where it's like prescribing medications for people, for like the first time.
Chuck Danger. Yeah, no, I get you, Badel. I'm picking on you, but I agree with you 100%.
The way you said it. It's the way you said it.
I know.
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, I'm going to poke buttons right now, so we're going to talk about Big Brother.
Well, I was trying to think of like, okay, how would I say that without saying Big Brother? Because we all hate Big Brother, but what, overseer, like,
my overseer. I think I like Big Brother better. Okay.
I feel like, honestly, it would probably end up being like, this is a pilot program. We have it done in a certain area. You have independent doctors coming in to oversee the program to make sure that this is doing what it's actually supposed to do. I'm not prescribing you antibiotics when you actually needed like Tylenol, something like that. All of these, making sure that it's actually doing what it's supposed to do. And you could do this in like an enclosed system without actually having to risk too much. Yes, you're still going to have some of these guidelines when you open it up to the public, but you can have it more hands off. As long as this is actually verified by a legitimate doctor. It's like, hey, I sent you over all of the AI stuff. Here you go. This is what's going on. And the AI gives it its input. It just checks it on over. Yep. Seems legit. All of this checks out with what you had said. Here's your treatment.
So you're taking 3 or 4 different doctor appointments, maybe a specialist appointment, and merging it all down into just one visit to confirm everything, and the doc signs off.
Yep. I mean, and that would really expedite our healthcare system. And this is a system that everyone complains about already. No one likes to go to the doctor because it ends up being 10 times more of a headache than it needed to be in the first place.
You go there with a fractured finger and you walk out with the flu because there's 10 or 15 people coughing all over everything in the waiting lobby.
Well, that was my whole complaint when I'm like, I don't want to go to the doctor and have someone wiping their boogers everywhere, sneezing all over the place. Like, I'm going there and I'm okay and I'm just getting a normal checkup, but now I've got like bronchitis or something. Why? Like no one wants to go to that. And that's why AI will be a big push in the healthcare system. Oh, he's over here with bronchitis. See, like you'd go to the doctor, and Badel over here would be like and give you bronchitis.
Hey, you know what? It's just a smoker's cough.
Oh,
But it's like,
if
I walk into like the doctor's office or like, you know, the medical part of like Walgreens or CVS, it's like you almost don't want to cough because as soon as you do, like everybody just turns around and stares at you, and it's like,
yeah, exactly. You know, we were talking also. Oh God, he's back. Anyway, he was trolling Crypto on the Rocks on Friday. Anyway, so yeah, there you go. So, you know, I was saying siloed information, and this is a prescription. What's one of the biggest problems with people who get prescriptions from multiple doctors, you know, and I'm talking legit prescriptions for legit reasons from multiple doctors. A lot of times you have interactions between these medicines. Having that AI looking through all that, in theory, should like eliminate the majority of those kind of potential interactions and of any kind, whether it's small or fatal for that matter, because with the drugs these days, good Lord.
The drugs to treat the drugs.
Yeah, exactly. But I see that as a potential possibility, you know?
Oh, yeah. Well, it's like it could already know as well, where it's like, hey, if we put this medication with this medication, you're at high risk for this thing. So, like, you need to be mindful of this situation. But it's like, hey, if you have like high blood pressure, then you should probably nix this medication. So make sure to watch your blood pressure. Whereas in a doctor,
it potentially recommends another one. Here, this will do the same thing for you. Yeah, exactly.
Yep. So it's like there's a lot of use case in AI. And like I know everyone's kind of like there's a lot of worry with it and all of that, but I'm a fan, you know. Like I like people, but I also don't like people. So, if you know what I mean. So,
I know what you mean.
And I like the fact that it was able to attach itself or link itself to some of the other apps. Like Apple Health and Peloton, and you know, I'm sure there'll be a bunch more later on. But it's like,
oh yeah,
okay, if you have this issue, you know, instead of like saying like exercise X amount of minutes a day, you know, it could remind you periodically, like, hey, you know, you need to do this many steps today, or do this or that, you know, and just like maybe suggestions.
Yep.
Or like with Fitbit, my Fitbit has like a heart tracker on it. And it's able to actually monitor heart rhythms. Yes. And so that's something that would be extremely useful to an AI app where it's like, hey, we got your Fitbit stuff for the day. We noticed that something was going on here. What was going on at this time? Were you working out or what was going on? And you give it some information. It's like, hey, you might want to get checked up.
Right.
Yep. So no, I was just thinking that because I mean these Fitbits already do that. Your docs are how many times you go to the doctor and like, you got a Fitbit? Oh yeah, here, let me download that. You know what I mean? So yeah, makes complete sense.
Oh, yeah.
I had a Fitbit like 10 years ago, but I haven't worn one since.
The new ones are really good.
Yeah.
Well, I can't wear watches at work, so it's kind of like, what's really the point? Because then it's going to lose 8.5 hours a day of most of my working. It's going to sit here and monitor me while I play video games or get on YouTube live. Like, okay.
Yeah. Well,
that could be part of the day it'll be monitoring your heart rate while you're playing that video game, and it's going to be like, oh, call an ambulance.
But we haven't really tied crypto into this. But like you brought up a bunch of worries here, where it's like you've got private information moving hands. It's now in a data server and all of that. You know, I've been a big proponent of privacy coins, and this is where that could really come to play. We move these around with semi-permissioned. You don't actually know what the data is that's being sent. and it's encrypted in the server, so it's not actually like being able to show off your data and all this. Privacy coins would do a great service to this industry.
Yeah.
And
You stole my thunder, BC. You stole my thunder. I was going to use that angle to promote my stream tomorrow night, but
you're welcome. Well, it's like it's just something I had thought about the whole time, and I figured that we'd get to it eventually.
yeah, it makes complete sense. Makes
Mhm.
complete sense.
And I mean, everyone cares about their privacy, especially when it comes to the healthcare system. And
Oh,
if you
heck
really
yeah.
wanted to have the AI comply with HIPAA, the easiest way to do it would be with the privacy blockchain.
Yep.
They're probably not going to adopt something like what we already have, like XMR or Pirate Chain or something like that. But they could build their own privacy blockchain where
Oh,
you
yeah.
could talk with the AI, give it pieces of data that is in your healthcare records, and nobody knows. The AI gets the information and it's all good. You know, nobody else was able to see it along the pathway, and then it stores it. And I wouldn't know how technically it would store it so far, but you could store it in such a way where it could be accessed later without ever having to be seen through going back. So
Right.
the whole system that could potentially be built up with the AI.
Yep. No, I agree. And welcome, Melissa. Appreciate you being here. Yeah, no, I agree. And it's coming. It's coming because much like you just said, they're going to have to build what are going to basically be AI agents for this, like specific agents, kind of like the Chat GPT health agent that it's got, right? That do just this specific task, and having all those guardrails and criteria like Badel was just talking about. And there's going to need to be a way to, like you said, pay for the services or pay for this or pay for that. And it makes sense to have that in an encrypted fashion. So yeah, this is definitely it's coming, and it's coming fast. That's the way I see it.
The faster the better, honestly.
Yeah, well, there you go. And all said in the house, welcome. Yeah, I don't know. I don't mind the change, but let's not just COVID it. Quick, yeah, all right, ready, here, take the jab.
Have you looked at the data going around with how many people are without a doctor? How many people are without insurance? How many people can't go get a checkup? And if the faster we can get this in here, the faster we can take the burden off of something like 40 million Americans that don't have health care.
Yeah, well, thank you, Obamacare, but let's not get me going about that.
Well, it's also more than just that. It's also the fact that like you can't even get to a doctor even if you wanted to.
No, that's true. But Dell brought up a good point earlier where they're not accepting new patients. I know I went through that not that long ago, and yeah, no, you're 1,000% correct. 1,000% correct.
Like, I can go get an eye checkup anytime. I don't have a regular doctor either, because I've tried for years to find a doctor that is accepting new patients. And it's like, I'm just, what, SOL? Well, like I got to go to a whole nother city who is also not accepting new patients. Like, how do you find a doctor nowadays? Because I can't find one.
No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Well, maybe that becomes the next avenue. You know what I mean?
Well, and that's why I think this has been such a big push. Because, you know, the healthcare sector has been hit incredibly hard. They're not getting the people in there that they used to get. They don't have doctors on staff. And it's not just here in America. This is a problem that's going on globally. Like Canada's in a worse position than we are, where I know several people that their parents are doctors in Canada. They get paid decent, but that's because there's no other doctors. Like if they're having to wait a long time to get their procedure, but that's because there's no other doctors to go to have the procedure done. Like his doctor, his dad is a surgeon there, and his mom is also a surgeon there. And both of them are getting paid well because there's no new doctors coming in. And they've talked about it. And it's a big worry for them. And it's starting to get that way here in America as well.
No, you're 100% right. 100%. Absolutely. Well, I mean, we'll see. Obviously, we'll follow up on it here because we love talking AI. But
some of us more than others.
Yeah, right. What? See, we told BC that behind the scenes looking sleek, but there you go. Everybody notices. They're loving it. BC. There you go.
Well, so the main reason I even got the haircut to begin with was because I was just sick and tired of the hair hanging down over my eyes. I couldn't do it.
Yep.
I get it. Oh man. Well, I don't know. What do you think? Have we beat AI to death here at this point, or what?
Oh yeah. We'll have to save the rest of the beatings for another show.
Fair enough. So what do you guys got going on? Badel, start us off. What do you got going on? I know you know, whatever it is, solar work. What do you got going on?
Nothing really. Hopefully the dryer gets fixed tomorrow.
I keep forgetting the dryer. Yes, dryer first. Because
if he can't fix it tomorrow, that'll be 2 weeks. And she went Saturday, did one load. Granted, it was probably a load and a half. It was almost $10 to wash and dry. And we used our own soap and everything. And it's Jesus.
That's not bad. That's pretty good.
That just seems expensive to me.
It is expensive, but in the scheme of things, I've done it for more, So I get it.
Oh yeah. So have I.
I get it. Oh, there you go. All set says he's jelly. There you go.
Other than that, I'm just waiting for the warm weather. Man, I woke up this morning. It was 1 degree, felt like negative 23. And that was before the wind chill, and the wind was 30 miles an hour with up to 40 mile an hour wind gusts. Yeah. So even at 11 o'clock this morning, sunshine and full bright, it was still negative 35, negative 36 out with the wind chill. And it's no, not fun.
Nope. I don't envy anyone who has to work outside. One of my sons does construction, and he's out there working in this. And matter of fact, we got like you just said, we got that cold snap coming our way starting tomorrow. So it's I don't. God bless him. That's all I got for him. God bless him. You know what I mean? All right. Fair enough. What about you, BC? What you got going on? You had JR this morning on there. I tuned in and I was like, holy crap, JR's here.
Yep. That'll be a new regular thing that's going on Piper Academy in the mornings. We will fine tune some of that, get all the clunky parts fine tuned. And hopefully all of the technical difficulties worked out as well. And I do have a show that I recorded with David this past weekend and one of my buddies. We talked about the WEF, our current, capitalist system and the capitalist system that they're working towards, kind of how people might get locked into classes, kind of like we saw during France in the 1780s. So keep your eyes tuned. I'm looking at potentially dropping that this week, probably Wednesday afternoon. I will get that all set up here. And then possibly if I can get Rumble all worked out as well, I'll be dropping those over on Rumble as well. Especially with some of the topics that'll be coming up here more recently. I'm a little bit worried that they might get censored on YouTube. Some of the things that might get said. So
fair enough.
Same thing over on Rumble. It'll be Counter This 01 on Rumble. So if you're over there, we might drop some more spicier stuff over there as well.
There you go. And you saw what Jay Violet saying, right? Ooh. Girls get the girls. There you go.
I definitely know that one. I've got one, and it seemed to work extremely well.
I love it. And anything else you want to update people on? I know you got the job change thing going. Anything else you want to update everybody on, or?
Well, I don't know the schedule just yet, but I am planning on going live in the afternoons, probably 1 p.m. And then I will be bringing JR on for Tuesdays and Thursday shows to just have like a question and answer type show where we just kind of answer about trade strategies. We answer questions about the indicators that we're using. I want to set people up for success if I do end up going to school and I have to take some time off. You know how to look at a chart and be like, this is how BC would look at the chart, and this is what he would do from what he's seeing, from what I'm seeing right now.
Awesome. That sounds good, man. Sounds good.
Yeah, that's one thing I got to do is I got to get a hold of JR if he's still in the chat about if he has any time this weekend.
Well, worst case, you'll probably end up seeing him on Friday because JR being on Crypto on the Rocks. And then you can try and coordinate something hopefully for the weekend if he's not still in chat.
Yeah, but I got to see if I have anything going on this weekend and, you know, his schedule and my schedule, and maybe we can find some time, maybe not, who knows?
Fair enough. All right, let me update everybody on my stuff, and then we'll get out of here. So tomorrow night, so what I was gonna say was tomorrow night, Crypto Jar and I have a special guest on the Matrix Money podcast, 6 p.m. Eastern time, Joel Valenzuela from Dash. Now, the reason I reached out to him was because Dash just put together a partnership with Aeon, and I know Badel gave me crap. I'm probably saying that wrong here, but AEON. But they are a platform that specializes in these AI agents being able to pay each other. So that's where I was going to kind of take that angle from what we were talking today with regard to the AI. So make sure you're joining us for that tomorrow. Come with your questions. I mean, Dash has got a bunch of other things going on. Dash has been on fire lately if you're just into the whole price action thing. But make sure you come in tomorrow night, 6 p.m. Eastern time. Myself, Jar, and Joel Valenzuela will be live to talk Dash. Then Wednesday morning, 11 a.m. Eastern time will be the next premiere on the Crypto Mindset Minutes series. It's going to be where I talk about how things gain their value. I basically have broken down all the different facets and pillars of sound money, and now we're going to talk about, okay, so how does this thing actually get its value? What's the mindset behind that? That's going to be Wednesday, 11 a.m. And then, of course, Friday night, Crypto on the Rocks, 7 p.m. Eastern time. There it is. Oh, and Jay Violet, there it is. Boom, JR's channel. If you're not already sub, go sub, man. Oh, there she is. She's dropping them all. I love it. All right, I think that's it, guys. You guys good? We're gonna wrap this thing up or what?
No, that's all I had.
Yeah, I'm good.
All right, fair enough. All right, then we're going to dance our way out of here. And don't forget, next Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern time, we'll be back. We may be talking more AI, so you definitely want to tune in for that. All right, we're out. Have a good week, everybody. Take care.
Night all.
Yeah, fingers frozen, call it ice on my grip. Wallet getting heavy, yeah, it's making me trip. Charge doing backflips, but I'm steady, don't slip. Never fold, got a diamond script, no eclipse. Wolves in the market, they circle and pray. I'm a bull on parade, charging every payday. Paper hands crumble, they just fade away. I'm stacking sats, building castles where I stay. Diamond hands, I ain't letting it go. Stacking up, yeah, I'm watching it grow. Riding waves, yeah, I'm surfing the flow. Up and down, but my faith never low. Diamond hands, yeah, they gleam and they shine. Through the storm, I just hold the line. Day and night, yeah, I'm always aligned. Crypto king, yeah, the throne is mine.